Hi, good evening. Today we are going to be talking about the set point in your married life. What is your set point in your married life? It's very simple. Just as our body has a set temperature, right? 98.6, I think I'm right, 98.6 degrees Fahrenheit. So if your temperature goes beyond this, 100 degrees, 101, 102, you take the medicine, you go to the doctor, it comes back. If it is not coming back, then you will have more tests done and the diagnosis is done so that your temperature comes back to its normal. If the temperature falls much below this, then also there could be an issue, and you refer to the doctor and he gives the medicines, and then you are back to your 98.6 degrees Fahrenheit, right? Generally in our day-to-day life, our body is maintaining 98.6 degrees Fahrenheit as the standard temperature. It's when it goes up and down, you take the medicines and it comes back to the same thing, but you don't have to take the medicine every day, right? It just maintains by itself. How about creating that set point for your married life? Now, obviously, you don't have to do it in Fahrenheit or in Celsius terms. Let's take a scale, for instance. That scale is, say, scale of 1 to 10. 10 is the highest score. Highest score is like what? Highest score is everything is going fine. Arguments are there, but then these settle down very easily. We understand each other. There is compassion. There is love. There is trust. You guys respect each other. So that's 10, right? One is completely opposite of it. It's just gone to the, you know, uh, it's equivalent to being in hell, and in fact you might be contemplating divorce if you're reaching somewhere between 2 and 1 or even going to 0. So taking that as the scale, where is your married life right now? What is the set point you have decided for your marriage? Have you even decided that? Suppose you decide that, okay, 8 is the set point. Okay, and this is the activity I want you to do today. 8, suppose you are setting your point at 8. So what does 8 look like? So when you are saying that, okay, your marital relationship is at 8, what does that mean? What does that look like? How does it feel? How is your day to day equation? What happens when you fight? What happens when there is complete disagreement on a given topic? So how does this relationship work? What is so good about this relationship that you are saying that it is at 8? Okay. Similarly, if you decide that if it is at 7, write down at least 10 points which will define what it means to be at 7. Okay. Similarly, 9 or 10. Below 7, if it is, then it doesn't make sense, because I mean, not making sense means that there is a lot of scope for improvement. And if you don't work on it, if it is below 7, if your score is below 7 and you're not working towards it, it is going to fall to 6, 5, 4, and you will not realize until such time it goes as low as 3 or 2. So, very important to have a set point in your married life. So, what you are going to be doing today is create that set point, come to one conclusion in your head. If you can, join your spouse to do this activity, great. If not, no worries, you do it for yourself. That you want a set point of, say, for instance, you have chosen 8, write 10 points which will characterize 8. All right. And then let go of that. Once in a month, pick up that list where you have written those 10 points and see if it is maintaining at 8, maybe going beyond 8, going up towards 9. Or in your life you will know something inside will tell you it is not 8. You will feel the discomfort even when you don't look at the list. You will feel the discomfort that it is not at 8. At that time you will sit with yourself in silence, take out that list that you made, and see what are those points that have gone missing. If those points in your list are more than 40%, right? Suppose you have written 10 points that characterize 8, and out of those 10, 4 are minimum, 4 are you're putting tick in terms of these four things are not working, then you got to take action on those four and start working. If you've written 15 points that characterize it, 20 points, whatever the number of points, if you're marking 40% of them as not working, that means you got to gear up and start to work on those points. Okay, if it is below 7, it's high time you take action and see where is it that you want to be, what will that look like, where are you now, what are those gaps, and work towards filling those gaps. Now, working towards filling those gaps can happen in two ways. You can think that if your spouse is not interested, if your spouse is not wanting to fill the gaps, no problem, you do your bit. Okay, if you think your spouse is willing to sit with you and talk it out, and both of you do your respective bit so that you come back to 8. Now, filling those gaps is simple, but it is not easy, and therefore we are there to help you on that. Should you need help to understand where you are, what is your point as of now, what is the set point that you where you want to be, what are those gaps between these 2 points, and you need us to help you do this assessment. You need us to help you to move from where you are to where you want to be. Then I am inviting you to join this free call with us, wherein we are going to be doing all this assessment. And then I am going to be telling you what is it that's going to be the best way forward for you. And in that call, we will also talk about if this relationship is worth staying or is it should you be leaving. This is what we are going to be talking about. In a while, I will be leaving the link to the my appointment calendar here. All you will need to do is pick up the date and time and book your call. I will be giving you a call. Before I end today's show, this is our 75th episode. We are left with 25 more videos to go. So if you have picked up certain stuff from the 75 videos that you have watched, even if you are implementing a small portion of it, it will be very easy for you to know where that gap is between where you are and where you want to be. So go through those videos, and if you want to really seriously identify the gaps, if you really seriously want to work on those gaps, these 75 episodes are definitely going to help you. And beyond that, if you think that you need our help, then do book that call. If there is anything that you want me to take specifically in next 25 days, please feel free to write to me privately or in the comment box in whatever details you can, and I will then formalize and make those videos accordingly. We have 25 more episodes to go. Anything specific, anything particular, which there could be one topic which you want me to cover in detail, say next 3 4 5 videos on that, I will be happy to do that, provided I know what is it that you want me to cover, right? So that's what I wanted to tell you today, and I will see you tomorrow, same time. You have a great evening. Bye. And remember to create that set point. In fact, if you ask me, I'll tell you that you can create this set point in any of your relationships, including your professional relationships. Okay. So you can start either in a family setting, you can start in a work setting. That's your choice. But do this because this is going to help you evolve in your life in general. All right, you take care and have a great evening. Bye.